I founded a Tulsa real estate fund in 2016, inspired by the aftermath of the Freddie Gray uprising in Baltimore, which I was an active participant. And during a panel that BET sponsored after the post uprising, during the panel, there was several activists there, Tamika Mallory, Mark Lamont Hill, my son in general, and one of the Baltimore natives, actually one of the Bloods and Crips, they bust up in the crowds, said, "We need to build a Black Wall Street, yo." And I said, well, if anybody wants to build a Black Wall Street, that's on my watch.
I'm going to be the one, the patriarch, the matriarch, the leader and visionary for my last name to make sure that we straight.
And so I started to think and reverse engineer into what does a Black Wall Street look like modern day? How can we build a self-sustaining Black community? How do we pull our dollars together transparently with all the mistrust and self-hate in our community? How do we do something that's regulated, that's sophisticated, right, and high level? So I began to do that research and development. In 2016, we formed a company, went through the SEC filing and regulation and qualification. And then in 2018, we launched a non-traditional IPO on June 1st, on the anniversary of the Black Wall Street bombing, and we launched Tulsa Real Estate Fund to the world. I think it's difficult for Black people and Black culture to celebrate Black success because we don't have many successful Black images to look at. And it's new for us. Success is new for us. Then success in different industries outside of sports and entertainment or the streets is very, very new for us. And so when we see a reflection of ourselves, sometimes our lack of self-confidence or even internal self-hate says that, hey, who does that Negro think that they are, that they're doing something that I myself couldn't imagine myself doing, or that I've never seen someone that looks like me do. So if they're accomplishing that, there must be some level, there must be a cheat code somewhere, because I myself don't see myself being able to do something so great. So I think it's really the reflections and the images of how we see ourselves and what we think that we can actually accomplish in our trauma, the trauma that we've inherited from generations and generations of oppression and dehumanization and being stripped of our dignity and our nationhood and all those things. I think, again, hurt people hurt people. So a lot of times we see someone being successful and we can see them being successful, but we're just mad they're successful because I'm hurt. And it makes me feel better to hurt you with your happy self because I'm hurt. So a lot of times we see people that are successful and happy, and the trauma in us wants to somehow, subconsciously or consciously, tear them down so they can feel a little more like how we're feeling right now.